Hey guys, my name's Tanya Bowers and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and today I'm going to share with you a card that I made using an adorable bundle out of the newest mini catalog. This is our spring catalog. There's a lot of great products in here, but I chose to start with the Darling Dinos Bundle because I have a great nephew who loves dinosaurs, and I knew I had to get this set and make him at least several birthday cards. So as I was playing with this stamp set, making his birthday cards, I had so much fun that I wanted to share with you some other cards that I made. Today, we are going to be making this card together, and then I have a few other cards to share with you at the end of this video. So I will turn the camera down now and we will get started. Okay, we are ready to begin. Again, this is the card that I'm going to be sharing with you today. And I used the T-Rex. I had to learn my dinosaurs all over again. But as you can see, there's 3 different dinosaurs here. Lots of different sentiments in the stamp set, and a lot of other fun little details that you can add to your dinosaurs. So anyway, this is the card that I decided to share with you today. I used, at the bottom of here, I used the Bright and Beautiful DSP. That is from our annual catalog. It is a 6x6 paper, and let me show you. This is what that full sheet looked like before I cut it. I cut it into 2-inch strips, and then I had several more to choose from, and I'll show you those in just a second. And then I also used this sheet, which is the back of this one, for my envelope, and we will see that a little bit later. But I started off with a basic white card base, and I've already cut and scored it. So just gonna fold that. All right, and then I have 2 more pieces from the full 6x6 sheet, and I believe I'm going to use this one today. This one has a little bit more blues in it, and if I used this piece, I would change the color of the dinosaur, although I could probably use that one as well, but I'm going to go with this one today. And I'll get my glue. I like to use our Tombow green glue, and we call it green glue because of the color of the container, not the color of the glue. But I'm going to adhere that right down here to the very bottom of our card base. And this is one reason I like the green glues, because I can move it around a little bit before I'm ready to secure it. And then I took a piece of Berry Burst strip. It's just a 1/2-inch strip, and it's a 5.5 inches long. And I will have these dimensions in a tutorial for you, so there's no worry if you can't write these dimensions down and you want to remember them. I will have a tutorial for you. Whoops. All right. There we go. And glue that down. And then I have these 2 pieces, and I actually, well, we're going to wait on that one. Let's just actually wait on both of those and go ahead and do some stamping. So I'm going to use Memento Black ink for my T-Rex because I am going to be using Stampin' Blends to color him. Make sure he's inked up really well. And then, let's see, I'll do them this way so I can use the other part of this scrap piece of paper for my sentiment. All right, let's put the lid on that. So I decided to use soft sea foam, light and dark, and then a dark gray granite. And I also am using a dark berry burst, and then I decided to go with some light petunia pop. So let's get started on the dark sea foam. And with this, I'm just gonna put a few little dark places in here with some shadowing. I didn't do a whole lot of that for this dinosaur, but just a little bit of few dark shadow areas. And then I'm gonna blend them together. Let's do a little bit right there. All right, and now I'm gonna take my light soft sea foam, and we're just gonna kind of blend that together as we color. And I am using the, I guess it's more of the marker tip. There's also the brush tip, and I do sometimes like to use that when I have a bigger space. Covers more quickly. I'm going to use that a little bit on here. It's kind of a preference. Even with the coloring of using the Stampin' Blends, I know some people start with light and go back with their dark, and I generally start with dark and go over and blend in the light. And actually I'm going to go back to the other side to go around these little dots on my dinosaur. It doesn't have to be perfectly colored. That's another reason I love the blends. Makes me feel like I know what I'm doing. And I do love to color, but I'm not an artist by any means when it comes to painting and doing all the shadows and things like that, but I am learning. All right, I think we're good on, oops, let's not forget his other arm over here. Okay. Alrighty, so I used the gray granite to do his little spikes on his back and head. So, and I didn't do any shading with this. It's a very small area, so. And then I did his toenails. And his little fingernails. There too. All right, and then I used the dark berry burst to do his dots. Not sure what you call these, if there's a name for it, but we're gonna call them dots. And then for his belly, I thought we could go a little lighter. That's why I chose to use the light petunia pop, but you could have gone with the light berry burst as well. I just wanted to go a little lighter than that even. All right, so he is ready to be die cut. So I'm going to step over here just a second to do that off camera. And I will be right back with you. I probably should have already cut an extra one out so you didn't have to wait on me, but it shouldn't take but a second. Alrighty, there he is. So he is all ready. And then, oops, I need my scrap piece of paper back. And we are going to stamp I love you. Oops, we're going to do that in the berry burst actually. So take berry burst and the I love you. Just just going to stamp it right here at the bottom because we're just going to cut it out. And there are other options. I love this Roar Means blank in Dinosaur. And then you have I love you or you're the best. You could even do happy birthday. So I really love that little saying. It's really cute. All right. So we are also going to take the smaller of our white layers where the image is going to be. I'm going to go ahead and stamp Roar Means over here to the side. Let's say about right there. All right, that looks good. And then let me go ahead and put the lid on that and move that out of the way. All right, I'm going to take my scissors and cut out the I love you. And there's no special way to cut it, but you do want to cut it close enough that it doesn't cover up the words and your other sentiment. All right, make sure that fits there, and it does. All right, so I need dimensionals, and there they are. Now, because this is smaller, you could use the mini dimensionals, but I'm just gonna snip off these little edges and put those on the back here. Put 2 of them, and I think that one, yeah, got a little too close. We're just going to get a whole new one. Let me cut another one off. I just didn't want it hanging off the edge where you could see the little piece of the dimensional. All right, so that's going to go right there. I'll go ahead and put that on. Just like that. Perfect. And we're also going to put dimensionals on the back of our T-Rex. All right, and then we're going to put him right next to the sentiment. Well, having trouble getting these off today. All right, there we go. All right, I'm gonna put him right about there. Yep, that's good. And then I'm also gonna put dimensionals on this. I love to pop things up. I love to give it dimension and make it stand out. So we're going to do that. We're gonna layer it on this other piece of white. And this white layer is just a little bit bigger. Center it good. All right, then we're ready to put it on the front of our card with dimensionals again. And this one, I'll probably put a few extra dimensionals. I want to make sure that it's good. It doesn't, what do you call it? Doesn't bow in the middle, I guess, when I have it on the card. Alrighty. There's dimensional pieces going everywhere. All right, we're going to center that and then put it down. And we're almost done. We got to add some gems, and I used the iridescent faceted gems. I just think they're so pretty, and I love how they kind of bring out whatever colors kind of behind them. So stuck to my Stampin' Blend. So let's see. I'm going to put a large one about right there and a small one right there. And I love doing threes, and I know there's different rhymes and reasons of doing that, but I just like the way three look. So that's my go-to most of the time. So that was a pretty simple, easy card to make. And we don't want to have a naked envelope, so we are going to add that piece of DSP to our envelope flat in the way, flap, not flat. The way I like to do that is to put some glue or whatever adhesive you like to use on the flap, and then line it up on this scored piece right here. Sure it's on there real well, and then we'll just turn it over and cut all the way around. Cut off all that excess designer paper. And this is only one way to decorate an envelope. You can always choose a stamp from the stamp set you're working with and stamp all over the flap to make it a decorative envelope. But I just thought that looked really well with this card. Brings out the berry burst in the card. So that is that card. So I wanted to share with you some of the other cards I made. Actually, 2 of the cards got sent to my nephew already, so I won't be able to share those right here in the video, but they will be in the blog post. I'll have all my pictures there of all the cards that I made. But I started out with this card. This was a color challenge, and I just decided to try to do the color challenge using the dinosaur stamp set. So the colors for this were Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, and Melon Mambo. So I thought it turned out really cute. I thought the dinosaur looked really cute in the pink. So I made this exact same card using some blues for my nephew, and my mom gave him that card. And the other card I don't have to show you, but it was actually a cased card from the mini catalog. And let me see if I can show you that real quick. It's on page 51. Yes, it was this card right here, but I did it very similar, but changed a few things up. So, but you'll find that on my blog. But that was the card that I made for my nephew, and his birthday was at the beginning of the month, so he's already gotten his card. So this is another card I made. I used these little dots right here to make a background for that card. And my son and his girlfriend reminded me that this is not a T-Rex, this is a Brontosaurus, and so I probably should not have used the T-rific sentiment on this card, but oh well. Maybe the person who receives this won't know the difference. But anyway, I thought he was really cute, and I wanted to do a card with orange, and so I did the pumpkin pie. And I used the blends there, the light and dark. And then I also added some of the gray granite. And I also decorated the envelope on that one as well. And then this cute little guy, this Triceratops. And I used some Designer Series paper back here. And this was a pretty simple card as well. I chose to use the Roar Means, and then I did the 3 dots, and then you open up the card and it says you're the best over and over and over again. And then I added some more DSP to the bottom to decorate the inside of that card as well. So I hope you enjoyed seeing these cute little dinosaur cards today, and that you will go to my blog for more information on how I made this card. There'll be a PDF tutorial and pictures of all of the cards that I've shared with you today. So I appreciate you joining me, and I hope you have a great day. Bye now.